How many people in here were born before Candy Graham Land Shark? Anyway, hello everybody. It says we're live. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome to Messy Monday, and it is quite messy, I guess, today. We've got a new friend here with us. We'll talk to him in a minute. It's another Chris. So, and our friend Adam is here. It's been a while since Adam's been on. And we will zoom in on Adam's room and look for things that Lego hasn't released yet. So we, as we always will try to do, and get some inside information. Jeff, there's already a question for you in my show. So here it is. This was from 6 this afternoon, almost 7 o'clock. Hey guys, I usually can't always stream, but I wanted to ask Jeff, how many pages of backstory did you write for each character in the graphic novel you're working on? Please and thanks. There we go. Was that a bell? Did I hear a bell?
That was my phone. Sorry.
I thought that was like, okay, start the answer. Ding!
that was Bell Canada. That's what that was.
Troy, I worked for the competition, so no.
Oh, okay.
All right, Jeff, what is your answer, sir?
Troy has about 100 pages. The villain has 110-ish. The Smith has close to 200 to 300. What else?
Are these metric pages or English pages?
English. And Arlock has close to 300. The only reason that those were made as extensively as they did is because there was a story before the one that we're jumping into, and they needed to be fleshed out, and that will all be seen in the world building issue, condensed down to 30 pages from, close to 1,000. So
Good.
There you go.
All right, Captain Xavier, welcome. Good to have you here, man.
Did I publish
it? You're saying there's enough material for you to go back and do the prequels like Star Wars?
There's enough to really, I don't even, probably. There's enough to do. I don't know, actually. There's enough to do probably one story just on Troy alone, but I don't know about the rest.
By the way, Jeff, the reason this is funny, this comment's pretty darn funny. Brahm is, old school Lego guys with us.
Yeah.
And it used to be like a kid would put like 3 bricks together and then write this intensely detailed story for his character, and it was a terrible mock. Anyway, that's what that is. So.
Yes, I recall mock pages were the glory days back in the day.
It was the MySpace of Lego.
It really was.
It kind of was. I mean, that was the thing. That's where the kids were when we were, in whatever. But that was
the cool college kids.
I grew up on Brickshelf. I was using Brickshelf.
Oh, you're old school. We use Brickshelf.
Yeah. I still got some of my old stuff on Brickshelf too. I found my old profile.
Share it. You need to see it. You got to admit your old mocks, man.
We can take a look later if you want to. Yeah,
I would love to. All right, let's see. We've got Gary Mullane from Ireland. Brahm is here. Intense is here. Hey man, how are you? Good to have you here. Glad you're here. I hope Intensity. I hope you know about the lug kind of meeting this weekend, and I hope you can make it. What is it? 2? What time is our lug meeting?
I think it's 2:30.
2:30 at Bricks and Minifigs in Alpharetta / Johns Creek or whatever. So I hope you can make it up. That would be awesome. Yeah, that's right. Brickshelf is and remains free. That was true. You couldn't write anything, and it was. I don't even think you can delete individual files. You just had to wipe out the directory. I can't remember. It's been so.
You got to
long.
bring Brickshelf back.
Well, it still gets posts and stuff like that. I think.
Yeah, it's still there. I still go there every once in a while.
But it and LugNet, man, were the hub of everything. All right, let's go around the room and see what everybody's up to, and we'll get to our new guest here in a minute. Captain Xavier, what is up, man?
I am building a 100-gun ship of the line
Nice. Nice.
to go with my 74-gun ship of the line and my 64-gun ship of the line.
Awesome. What is the targeting thing behind you?
That is my my logo that somebody made for me out of Lego.
Oh.
I really feel like you should be wearing a Commodore's hat while you build these things.
Where I do have one here somewhere. Wait, it might still be in my car from BrickCon, actually.
Hmm. All right. Are you coming to Brickford, Alabama? Yes, yes, yes,
No,
yes.
no, that is far, far away.
Well, you're building a big boat. You can just go in that.
Meh.
Wait. Do you see this fellow over here? Do you see this Canadian? He's coming with his large castle.
Well, bully for him.
And
you can
he's
come with
going
your
to
large
Oregon.
Boat.
It's awesome. It's very cool.
When is this?
It is Martin Luther King weekend here. So January around the 14th, 15th, 16th, like that. And an actual Alabamian wants to see your boats. So right there, Stever, who welcome to the chat. Stever says, "I want to see pirate ships." So you got to come now.
They're not pirate ships.
Okay, the cool ships.
They're the ones that catch the pirates and punish them.
But you could change all of that with a simple flag.
You
Privateer.
can find me a historical example of any pirates ever taking a third or first-rate ship of the line. I will consider it.
I saw it on that movie once. Had
He's
to-
laying down the challenge. Nerd challenge.
This is a different level of nerd. We usually argue about spaceships, and now we're arguing about real vessels.
Sir Walter Riley. He was considered a pirate by the Spanish and a privateer by the English.
Yeah, but he was commissioned by the Queen, wasn't he?
Well, yeah, he was trying to get to the Queen's attention.
Does Black
He was,
Strange count?
actually.
All right.
Thank you, Gary.
Gary Mullane has called out Jeff Van Winden. So talk to us, man. What's going on with the castle?
Well, I finished phase 1, as I'm calling. Just let me switch cameras here, and you can see a high-up view.
Oh,
So this is phase 1 of the VW cinematic universe.
Yeah. There's only going to be two phases, though. I think.
That
I
looks
don't
amazing,
plan to do
man.
anything beyond that, but basically just covered up most of the brick underneath with a nice tan and gray layer. So,
Where do
now
the
I'm just-
rockets go?
in those silos, of course.
Okay.
That's actually funny because there are actual tubes all the way down the center of those, so I could put rockets in there for the fun of it.
that would be
I
amazing.
knew it.
Does this have a big interior?
Well, yeah, as long as you don't mind looking at solid brick or latticed brick inside. There's nothing interior. There is a little cave off to the like kind of under this area over here. Where my hand is. But beyond that, that's all that's there. It's solid otherwise.
That's awesome.
but
The
yeah,
picture
so
you
I-
took. Go ahead.
Sorry.
The
No, go
picture you took with the pathway going up through the arches was amazing. It's so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, and that's the effect I was hoping to get is basically you could drop a camera anywhere inside of there and be able to take a new photo, like a different scene of the city, right?
Wait a second. Wasn't the Queen Anne's Revenge a ship of the line?
What?
Oh,
Ooh.
It was a 200-ton. It was Queen Anne's Revenge. Wasn't that a ship of the line?
Queen Anne's Revenge was a frigate. It was like a 40-gun ship.
hey, don't say frigate on this show. We have a language now. I'm sorry.
Back to research.
No, the
Rap
Queen Anne's
what?
Revenge was pretty much the largest pirate ship ever, and it was only a 40-gun frigate. So nobody ever reached like 60-gun ship of the line level. Because you'd need a crew of 800 people. You'd be lucky to get 100 pirates to not kill each other for a week.
Okay, round 1 goes to Captain Xavier in the nerd off.
How about these, sir?
All right. Push. If you had an eye patch, you would push that up, but you can push your nerd glasses up. That'll be fine. All right.
Yar and all that talk.
Let's go to the other Jeff. How are you doing, Jeff? How are you doing, man?
Oh, I'm good.
Good.
Yep. I built a neat spaceship, and then John told me how I should change it, and then I asked John where the dancing bears were in the jamboree, and then he stopped talking to me again. So there's a little boot scoot. You know,
I like it.
I think I'll try to keep it together to toss it in your lunar base in Alabama, if that's all right.
That's awesome. Super cool. What else is up in your world, man?
Nothing, just day in, day out. Nothing really happening.
Gotcha. All right. Cool. I
I get to go to Dallas on Wednesday.
Yeah? What are you
Yeah.
bringing out?
I'm going to sell 30 pounds of bulk Lego to bricks and minifigs.
Oh, cool. Nice. Well, you could drive to Georgia and sell it to our bricks and minifigs and come see us.
I could sell it. I could go to Georgia and sell it to the Atlanta Brick Company, too.
That's true.
This is true.
But this weekend we'll be at bricks and minifigs, so.
But, 4 hours or 3 hours versus 14.
But look what you get for that journey. You get.
I don't know. If you guys are having a lug meeting, I can't partake in it because I'm not part of the Peach Lug. So
We allow visitors.
That's right.
no, it's fine.
Dana's not here to argue the point. So, speaking of, I don't know where he is. All right, let's go to Rich. It's been a while since Rich has joined us. How you doing, man?
Hi, guys. Well, I broke my regular glasses, so I'm back to the John Denver look. So you should put up the picture.
Oh, let me find John Denver there. That's
You
right.
messed up. You messed up.
There you are.
There you
go. Country road.
There we go. So I'm going to
You are
get some new
sunshine
ones
on my
soon.
shoulders today.
I've been working on converting this little baby into full size, something closer to this, but my own scale, 48 by 52, Sanctum Sanctorum, and I've been working on the mosaic floor in the front hallway.
Oh, that's neat.
So this is my first kind of attempt at working on mosaic flooring ever. So I'm going to try and do that for the main lobby, because if you watch the movies, the MCU movies for Doctor Strange's Sanctum Sanctorum, that bottom entranceway is very intricately mosaically laid tile. So
That's cool. So does that wedge down in tight in that window frame? That's cool.
Nice.
Very nice.
Is that
But can't you just
Yeah.
cover it in snow for the new Spidey movie?
did I know that would work? No, not until today. Not until about 10 minutes ago.
awesome?
So learn something new. Yay!
That's cool. That's cool. What did you say, Chris? You said something about the Spidey movie. What was that?
Well, I mean, it's just covered in snow in the Spidey movie, so I mean, you could have just not
Yeah.
had to do that.
I could go all white. Yes. I could do the No Way Home scenery and make it all white. Sure, that's true.
Awesome.
I even have a fireplace to go in a side there,
Cool. I like it.
because the fireplace in the Spidey movie.
Awesome.
So
All
that'll
right.
go in there somewhere.
Let's prepare to look around in Adam's room and see if we can find secret things that Lego has sent him to make cool things with.
It's not so secret anymore because they posted one of the things that I made for them. For anybody who doesn't know, I work as a professional full-time stop motion animator. I do Lego gigs for them. Currently, the big thing going on is I'm working on a Disney related project. And I don't know if I can, maybe I can share my screen, but I pulled up my Instagram. I just posted this. Let me see if I can share screen.
Do it.
Let's see if I can. All right, is that working?
Not yet.
I'm
Oh, wait,
pulling with
there
our
it is.
emotion.
There it
There it
is.
is. Hang on. Oh, there it is.
So this is the project that I've been working on for a couple weeks now. I'm still doing more, but this is for the Encanto line of Disney mini doll scaled sets. So they're doing. They just released this poster image on their social media that I put together for them. So yeah, so that was fun to put together. I'm working on some other stuff. I can show you. Let me see if I can show a little peek of it, but this is the set right now for the more animation that I'm doing. I'm not gonna show it all off, but that's a sneak peek. I was really happy with this like terracotta roof technique I found online. So this is a sneak peek at the set that I'm animating right now. I've got all my gear and all my parts over here on the side that I'm using for it. So yeah, that's coming together. And then I also
I was going to ask, is that the color palette for the Adobe brick roof?
It's a technique I found online. I can't remember the guy who made it, but it's nougat and some of the dark, or I guess the.
Yeah, no, I was wondering about the color palette for the movie and their images. I've used that technique myself on a couple of buildings. That's their color palette. Is that orange and burnt orange?
It was meant to match kind of the background terracotta, like Colombian architecture that's in the movie. So this isn't actually from the set itself, but it's just something that I found that matched the look what I'm going for the project. So I'm working on that, and then I also took some time I'm getting back into mock building nowadays, and I put this guy together a couple days ago. I posted this on my Instagram too. Just a big old Yeti.
That looks cool.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Put them together. I don't know if my camera will show. I like the back. So there's the back. It's been a long time since I've just built for fun. So this was my first foray back into not making something that I wasn't working on or making for animation or film. So that's what's going on.
Oh, so wait. Here's the question: are you going to animate that and make a little movie out of him?
I would like to, but I really just wanted to go for like aesthetics. He's not super posable. I did use like ball joints and some different, articulation joints, but even with that, he's got some kind of fragile connections for some of these pieces. So yeah, there comes a piece right now. So
Lucasfilms already owns the rights to the Wampa,
This is a generic Yeti. He's not a Wampa. He's just a Yeti. He's not licensed. But yeah, I had fun making that. So I'm hoping to get back more into making some ships and random stuff, and
cool.
Yeah, just building for fun. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. It's always awesome to see your work. And by the way, congratulations on being the first person in the chat today to utter the magic word nougat. So
nougat.
Thank you.
Ding ding.
Nougat lug. Nougat lug.
Nougat lug. That's right. We have some more folks in the chat. Andrew Sada is here. I don't believe I mentioned you before. Minifig Collector is here. Axel Plate is here. Will Harper is here. And Stever is here. And so that's awesome. So thank you all for joining us. All right. Let's go, Matt. Matt, what's up in your world, buddy?
So let me turn my camera around.
I just noticed your tag. I like that.
There we go. So we are halfway through the Coliseum, and we are just one section away from being able to place and finish half of the bowl. It's really big. I'm glad I have the spot for it in my office, but it's coming along, and I took a break because I went up north for my memorial service for my grandma, and so it's kind of good that I had a little bit of a break. The sections are pretty monotonous. They're pretty similar. But also, the other thing that that showed up right before I got in the car was pale light blue from the new Fiat with a whole bunch of new parts that haven't come in that color before. And so we got some hinges and bows of various shapes and sizes. And so definitely got some fun parts coming out of that rendering of the Fiat in that shade. And then just some other stuff that I picked up. Everybody needs at least one mullet. So
That's
we
awesome.
got the mullet hairdo, and I'm not really sure what I'm doing with these, but everybody needs a golden carrot.
Of course they do.
And these were crazy expensive, but the ice cream piece came out in dark green for the first time. These were like 48 cents a piece. It was ridiculous, but I'm hoping the price comes down. And they also came out in brown for the first time. So some cool new parts.
You need more fiber.
We got the brown M&M piece, and we got elephant heads. So all we need are some torsos, because we've got heads and we've got trunks, but we don't have a torso yet. But according to the customer service person that I talked to, we are supposed to get elephant torsos back on Bricks and Pieces sometime the next 30 odd days. So
good to know.
And this is a cool part, which could be used to snap a lot of stuff. If you wanted to make this like the top of a dome, you could snap a bunch of pieces around this. So, and then we got these new curvy pieces. Spaceship material. Love it, man. Some lavender roof tiles and some dark red window frame. So, and then a bunch of these toolkits. And I know some of you space people like using these for greebly things. So I don't know. I got a couple of these packets, and these are the ones that Mark likes.
Those are awesome.
Like dark gray metallic tool pack. So Merry Christmas to me.
Awesome.
It's always fun until you have to pay the bill for your own Christmas surprise.
All right. So
that's what's going on.
So in your office, is the Coliseum going in as a desk replacement? I mean, that you said you had room for it, and the thing is huge. So
above my desk, there's a row of bookcases up high. So it's going to sit on the bookcase above my desk. So I just hope it doesn't fall off in an earthquake and kill me if we ever get an earthquake in Georgia. So the other thing that's going on is I just drove across the Midwest coming back from Indiana, and I saw all these gorgeous brick buildings as I drove through towns like Frankfort, Kentucky, and county seats in Indiana. And now I want to go back to building. I want to go back to building more modulars, but I need to finish the Jetsons Tower. So today's the last day of classes, and I'll be doing finals week. And once I put those finals to bed, I get this 2-week window where I can just build before we get in the car and go on our Great Western road trip. So I need to either finish the Jetsons Tower or start planning out the next thing. But I need to finish the Jetsons Tower because, as Van Winnen keeps reminding me on his daily post about countdown to Brick Fair is coming in 8 weeks, which January sounds really far away. But when you say 8 weeks, that doesn't sound that far away, especially when I'm on the road for 2 of those 8 weeks. So
I have a fun fact about the Jetsons, if you'd like to hear it.
Sure.
So the Jetsons takes place in 2062. George Jetson is 40 years old. So this means that sometime this year, his birthday is August 27th. So that means that sometime next year, there's a family that's going to be getting busy, and they're going to pop out a George.
Probably the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It's George Jetson.
You're welcome, Chris.
The Jetsons.
So Matt, what I'm hearing is you need Jetsons figures. Is that what I heard?
I mean, it's not actually, because I actually after I designed
It's going to
a
happen
module.
now, so it's already done. It's just done.
I designed a module, and I went back and looked at the actual pictures from the Jetsons and realized that my module looks nothing like the cartoon, but it's just kind of inspired by. But what I would like to talk to you about is maybe getting some printed tiles of my Falconer logo for my Bricklink store. So I saw the Fleetmark tiles, and I was a little jealous. So I don't know what I have to do to get this arranged, but Fleetmarks.
Yeah, we're going to talk about when Mark shows that off. Then we'll talk to Chris because he is the magic man. Oh, Adam has a flea mark. That's awesome.
This is one of my old ones.
That's right. I still forget that you were one of the kids following us back in the day.
I'm a spacer, man. I'm a spacer. Classic space, man.
You are our fault. So sorry about that. So.
Adam's right. Adam's like your Lego godson or something.
Yeah, basically. The one you never knew about that was just like lurking.
Tell your parents and your wife, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I will.
All right, Mark, what's up, man? What's going on in your world, man?
Well, the aforementioned tiles went over to Mr. Campbell's place on Saturday, got some tiles done up. So myself, I got Fleetmark tiles, and we got some Small Paul tiles because Small Paul wanted his own tiles to bestow on people at Brick Fair. So we got a couple of bags of those to be able to hand out. And myself and Small Paul, mostly me, started working on a moon-based module.
Hoopa!
Another moon-based module. So here's for the viewers at home. This is 10 bricks to the floor of the moon-based module, and then you build yourself a connector like that, and you can connect to a moon base. So anyway, yeah, got some little peoples in there, and Small Paul wanted to have that clear moon asteroidy looking thing in there, so.
Nice.
He's more interested in the fact that now that I've got a roof on it, he wants to put lasers on top.
Well,
I mean, that's legit.
Yeah,
As
right.
one does.
I mean, that's good parenting. That's what that is.
Yeah. So when we were, stacking the bricks, he's all, "Oh, Dad, this is taking so long," and like, when he comes back over this week, we'll start doing the lasers. That'll be the important part.
You got to have the lasers to blow up those asteroids as they come in and endanger your moon base.
That's right. Well, and that also sounds like a surgery my dad had once. But anyway.
Yeah. Get lasers for your asteroids.
That's what you shoot down black time.
Oh me. All right. And those fantastic tiles were printed by our friend who is a transplant from Arkansas, right?
Indeed.
Yeah, friend of our friend Brick Modder, Rob, and has moved to our area and is on our lug. And Chris, how you doing, man?
Doing good. Doing good.
Tell us about yourself. Tell us about yourself. What's up?
Not much. I've been working a lot. I draw a lot. I print a lot, and I haven't got to play enough video games lately. And it's disturbing because I just bought Battlefield 2042 and I've only gotten to like level 10. It's just sad.
It's out already.
Well, I got the early version.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, it comes out this Friday. And then there's Pokemon games out this Friday too. I don't have time to play video games right now. I don't like this. But I've been doing a lot of printing. Getting ready to open the store hopefully next week. Trying to get stock ready to go. And yeah. And then, I have folks coming over on Saturday saying, "Hey, print me some tiles." So we did some tiles.
Yeah, I was supposed to be one of them in stupid cold. I didn't want to share it with you. So
and I appreciate that.
No, you're good.
You're welcome over anytime.
All right. We may talk about that. Brickman Mosaics Art is here in the chat. Thank you for joining us. Brett Hooper also as well. Hooper is here.
We need to talk about something important though. Dana told us that you have clone brick separators.
Oh.
Dana threw a cloned brick separator across my office the other day. And then I handed him another one, and he's like, "This is a clone too. What the heck?"
I think I saw smoke come off his hands when he held it.
He was very upset. He really
Popped a
was.
Benadryl.
I can't ever find a Lego one, so I just have random ones.
I have like 100 brick separators I can give you.
But
All right.
yeah.
So,
we had a good time Saturday, though. So
how long have you been in custom printing, custom,
So back in the mid 90s, 95, 96, 97. When did the Star Wars re-release come out? Was it 97 or 98? I think it was 97.
Yeah.
I think it was 97 because it was right when Lego got the Star Wars license.
It was 97 because it was the 20 years.
Yeah, 97 sounds right. So I always just collected minifigures. I just got down to the dark ages. Was living in Arkansas in grad school, and
Wait. Did you say the Dark Ages in Arkansas? Nobody's ever thought that before.
Yes, Dark Ages in Arkansas,
or the Dark Ages in grad school. Yeah, that's very realistic.
Right. So my buddy Jared, some folks might know him as Fine Clonier. He started doing artwork for Lego figures, and me and him got together. We got together with some other folks, Red Bean and Kyle, formerly from Brick Forge, and we just started making our own little decal group, and had all kinds of stuff. We're Ace from over at fbtb.net. A bunch of us got together and doing that, and we started the minifigure customization network early 2000s, somewhere in there. Made templates so everybody could make their own figures. Back in those days, we literally would print it out on paper, cut it out, tape it to a figure, or print it on sticker paper or something like that. Then Jared got fancy. We bought a Japanese decal printer, which was really awesome. And so we could make extremely high quality custom decals. And so we started doing that with Fine Clonier for, I would say 2005 is when we kind of started selling stuff from that. And then, we went to a couple of the Brick Worlds and other places there. Sold a lot of decals over the years. Then Jared decided to have 3 kids, and he's also a doctor. His wife's a doctor, so he didn't have a lot of free time anymore. But he still likes to draw. And fast forward to now, I've been wanting my own printer for a long time, so I just bought one.
Nice.
And so now I now have the entire 1,800 plus design Fine Clonier catalog, plus everything I've done and what we're still doing.
So here's a question for you. At one point, the 4 of us were chatting about potentially getting some some of the Cheese Wedge speeches printed with like computer console stuff.
And those parts are actually next to my printer right now. I figured out how to do it because of the way they're sloped. I have to print flat, but we figured out a way to invert them where they're flat against the printer, but I have to get a bunch of bendy pieces and glue them in place to make it happen. And
so it's complicated.
It's not the simplest thing in the world, but it can happen. And it has not been forgotten about.
You said bendy pieces, so welcome. That you're the first person to say bendy pieces today. So wait, is the printer in the room? Can we see it? I haven't seen it.
The printer's actually in the garage.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Sorry.
I wanted to see it, but I'm going to go over there one day and see it. I hated I couldn't go Saturday to see it. So
it was not as big as Dana thought it was going to be, but it was also bigger than he thought it was going to be. So it was weird. I don't know.
That's Dana's problem.
Yeah.
All right. So, any of you guys got a question to ask him about like printing? And I mean, you can place an order with him if you'd like. No,
I've been taking custom orders for a while now. I haven't opened my own store yet, but I'm still taking the orders. Matter of fact, I need to bill some people because I hadn't done that yet.
You mentioned Ace from Bricks to Bothans. Mark and I met him back in, was it 2007? Is that when we went up to Infield Park?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow, okay.
2007. They Lego invited us and Ace, and they showed us the Batman stuff coming out because
Nice.
they were trying to do a Batman thing that mirrored From Bricks to Bothans or something like that, and there was an attempt, which didn't go. But yeah, he was a cool guy. We got to hang out with him and see all the product and go eat pizza and all that kind of stuff on Lego's dime. That was cool.
That's always awesome.
That was long ago, so long ago. But anyway, yeah, that's cool. Trace Remain, what is that?
No, actually, I'm a Reinhardt main. Thank you, but I appreciate it. That's
It's
Tracer.
a video game thing.
That's Tracer from Overwatch somewhere back there behind me.
That's awesome.
And
good dude, how you doing?
Small Paul is a Bastion main.
And for those that came over to the house, they got to see my actual 8-foot Reinhardt armor that was scattered across the garage over the weekend.
Yeah, because you do cosplay and stuff, right?
I do, yeah.
What
costumes
do you cosplay?
All the Star Wars stuff, Star Trek, the Final Battle, Fallout, Battlestar Galactica, Overwatch, Mass Effect. Yeah, got a lot of stuff.
That's a lot of costumes.
Wait, in the V, do people do V cosplay? Does somebody eat a large rodent? Is that part of the cosplay?
Actually, there's a V group up in Connecticut, and they do all the special effects. So they'll have like torn skin hanging off of a half a reptile face, and they'll have a fake rat they'll like try to eat. It's really cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Because if you're our age, nothing was the most shock TV of our young lives was the lizard dude eating
making the jaw come open and like
the rabbit or whatever it was. It was huge, and he ate that gopher like on the TV, and was like that was the playground talk. Did you see he ate a monkey, man? It was awesome. That whole thing.
Yeah, it's funny. I actually made some V figures. And then I guess it was last year, I saw there's a group on Facebook I joined that made a whole bunch of V ships too. And I've been wanting to make some of those, the shuttles and stuff. It was pretty cool. And they're
what
all
kind of Star Wars cosplay do you do?
I'm sorry, say again, Adam.
What kind of Star Wars cosplay do you do?
Well, I sold I had Stormtrooper and Scout Trooper armor. I sold all that. Now I just have a Imperial officer at this point, and then
he came in the officer to the Lego store for the pre Halloween meeting.
Nice.
I think that was.
But yeah, that's all I'm doing right now. I'm thinking about building a Mando at some point, but who knows? I want to, and also have an R2D2 I built that's fully functional. So I'm thinking about. I've started on a BB-8, but it'll never get finished at this point. So yeah, I have a lot of hobbies, and they're all expensive, and it's no fun.
So if I said, "Hey, show up! I want to show the kids an R2D2," you could just like wheel over an R2D2. I mean, like at an event that I'm doing over here in Kennesaw, it's like I want R2D2, and you could just roll up with an R2D2.
Yeah, pretty much.
That would be so awesome.
I used to do a lot of it back in Arkansas. I was the only one there, and I did a lot of school programs, church stuff.
What part of Arkansas?
Grew up in Southeast, but lived in Little Rock, Hot Springs, Russellville most of the time.
I have family in Hot Springs and, Little Rock. Yeah, we go there every once in a while. Yeah, my mom's side is over there, so I've spent a lot of time.
We have a pretty big lug. I helped start back in Arkansas with Rob, so and Rob lives just south of Hot Springs. So
I lived in Russellville when I got my very first Lego set, the Galaxy Explorer. So
that is fun. I lived in Russellville for 10 years and went to school there, or college, I should say.
Arkansas Tech University.
Heck yeah, it's second biggest school. It's actually bigger than Arkansas State now.
Is it really?
I think so.
All right, it's time. We're placing the whole section of stands.
Your cat's excited about it.
Yeah, she's very she's very codependent. We were gone for 5 days, so she's got some separation anxiety going on here. But she wants me to come down to where she is because she's the princess. But all right, we'll see if I don't like break this while putting it in. But
it was funny. I was watching Red Notice, and the Coliseum shows up there. So
I literally paused Red Notice to come to the stream. So
me too. That's what I was doing when he texted me.
Ta-da! Bring out your lions.
Is that Maddie?
Do you have Maddie in
I see
there?
a cat there with a butt. So
That is Maddie. Yes.
she's giant.
Giant Maddie is attacking the Coliseum.
I'm gonna give her a whip, and she'll be fighting lions. That's my plan.
Just since she's not here, we just got to throw one in anyway. There he is. Cat.
We miss her. Come back, Maddie. Come back.
She has a real job or something, and
Inconvenient.
totally inconvenient. That's awesome. Can I have to ask you? Everybody that I've heard says that build is absolutely boring. Is it absolutely boring?
It's tedious, but I would actually argue that the Eiffel Tower is more tedious, in my opinion. So, yeah, I knew going in it was going to be very repetitive. So, it lends itself to, hey, you could be on a YouTube show while you're building it, or you can watch a movie and build at the same time. So, I mean, I guess it depends on your expectations. Most of the big architecture sets, the London Bridge, you build one half of London Bridge, and then the instruction says, do it again. Snap it together. And you're like, oh, now they tell me. I could have been building both sections. So, I mean, the London Bridge is a mirror opposite. The Eiffel Tower, you do every step 4 times or 8 times or 16 times. The Opera House, I will say, is asymmetric, so it is probably the least tedious of the really big sets. The Taj Mahal also is a mirror build. You build one side, and then you build it again, and you snap it together. So every single one of these big sets is repetitive. None of them are non-repetitive, except for the Opera House. That's the only one that's pretty asymmetric and unique. So it just goes with the territory. If you want one of these mega huge architecture sets, you're going to do stuff over and over again. I mean, the same thing goes for like building a skyscraper. If you're going to build a skyscraper, you're going to build like 20 floors of the same basic structure. And you just have to resign yourself that that's what you're signing up to do to get that effect of massiveness, of scale. So you're not building a spaceship, you're building a large building.
Well, where's the fun in that?
Speaking of space,
on tediousness, how does it compare to building a Star Destroyer with the 50 million side panel of Greeblings that are all the same?
I would say when I built the original Star Destroyer, so the bags were not numbered, I would say this is far easier, because with the Star Destroyer, I completely covered my dining room table with stacks of parts before I put a single brick together. And it took hours and hours of sorting just to even be able to find stuff. So this at least moves a lot quicker. I'm actually kind of surprised at how quickly the stuff's coming together. So, I mean, it's anytime you build to scale, there's a certain level of tedium that's going to be involved. Yeah. Brom. Copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste.
Well, the fact that you didn't have numbered bags and everything. I mean, I remember when that came out, I'm like, they're just catering to those stupid kids, and they don't have attention spans. I appreciate that so much now that I can just pull the bag out, right? I don't know if it's my adult ADD or whatever, but Lego sets were limited in size. I couldn't imagine. Because I don't think I didn't ever build the first Star Destroyer, but I got one. Somebody gave me those, and that's immediate parts pack right there. I didn't want the thing. But I never
broke it apart.
The what?
The Star Destroyer?
You took that Star Destroyer apart?
No. Somebody gave me one that their kids started and got frustrated with and never built it. And they're like, "Here, do you want this?" I'm like, "Can I give you money?" And they're like, "No, you can have that." I'm like, I'm going to say money one more time, and then I'm running. And I said, "You sure I can't pay you for this?" And they said, "No, we want you to have it." Okay, thank you so much. And so, yeah, I never built it. It was parts,
So I came up to the Lego store, which is now in the mall, but at that point was in a different location. And they had a damaged box marked down to $150. I pay $150 for that thing behind me. And now, the new version sells for 800 or whatever. Was it 800? They reissued it. I think it was 800. Yeah, that was a good deal.
The three big gray wheels in the back of that for engines are like mega expensive on Bricklink. I mean, when they were not expensive on Bricklink, I bought a few and have a few. I got them in a box in there. That's Jake's college fund right there, one day.
Until they reissue them.
Right. Well, and it'll be a new gray though. You can't get them in old gray.
Good point.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I meant to mention I got a gift from Boone. I got to be on his show talking about Buzz Lightyear, and one of his guests makes custom T-shirts, and he made the Star Command shirt. That it's opposite colors, obviously, but I got that in the mail today. I'm like, I was changing shirts coming downstairs to be on the show today because I'm like, yeah, I got a Buzz Lightyear shirt. So it's so cool. So I thank Boone and Mike on his show. I don't have his Instagram to pull it up, but he makes custom shirts. They're very cool. So
What does the number mean that's underneath the Star Commands?
we don't know.
It's got to mean something.
It will. There's also a barcode in that trailer that people have tried to scan and stuff. I don't think it means anything yet.
I love that trailer. I think it looks so cool. I was laughing at everyone who saw the Lightyear trailer and were shocked that Buzz has hair, and I was like, was it not clear to everybody that was a space cap? I don't know. I was surprised at the amount of people who were shocked at the Buzz hair.
Yeah. And I'm all in on that movie, because our friend Angus, is like chief of that movie and amazing, but also just it is the most space movie that it seems in the past 10 years to come out or even more. So I'm all in. Yeah, Brom.
So, I was going to say that there's somebody somewhere, sometime in the future will want to be a completist. There's always a completist born every month. So somebody who actually doesn't have one will want one eventually.
Oh wow, 200 for a field Maersk train. Does that guy know he could buy a new car for that? Oh wait, what is that? Yeah, I'll get at it. I texted him. I was sending him messages on Facebook, and he was all like, "Yeah, build it. I want to see it when you build it." And now I'm like, "Pressure's on, man." Oh, look at there! Look at there!
This is the 2015 Star Wars Celebration exclusive. I got it signed by Angus. So he was signing stuff at the booth. So there's the exclusive. Nice. I think I've got another one in better condition, but I got a couple of these. So there you go. The little before brickheads. I don't know if you can see. They're like these little. What are they called? Cube buddies or something? So,
Cube dudes.
Cube dudes. That's what it is. Yeah. This is the bounty hunters, and I think they came out with one more of these, but this is the only one. The only one that I have is the bounty hunter one. So
yeah. we have. I asked, and one day, hopefully, when his life calms down, Angus will come on and be on the show with us one day. So, which would be super amazing. And I'll just let him talk, and we'll just stare, and whatever. He's a cool guy. I told him tens of people would be entertained by it. So, anyway, but yeah, that's sweet. There's a guy on TikTok. His name is Ross. I think it's called Rossman Creations, and he has made like mega amounts of cube dudes. All these different cube dudes and everything. He's actually turned it into his. He customizes and does that. In the cube dude style or whatever. It's pretty good. He's a nice guy.
Is that his cubist period?
We need to find a gift for dad joke so we can throw that down anytime.
Is he an entertaining guy or is he a square?
Oh no. That's bad. Yes, dad joke loading. Anyway.
So I just wanted to point out that the Marvel sets that were showing off today on some of the sites, I know my son will like the Wolverine set in particular because this is what he's done to his War Machine.
Ooh,
Nice.
Wow.
They
I think
stole
I've got-
from him.
Hang on, I can share that. I got it on.
Yeah,
Small Paul was building it.
he's got swords on one hand and he's got the little drill bit
Drill.
things on the other hand. So he's a fan of claws, as you can see.
Small
Yeah,
Paul
there it
was
is.
doing it before it was cool.
Yeah.
Those figures in those mechs look awesome, though. I'm so glad Wolverine's back.
Yeah, me too. And they kind of gave
Iron
him.
Man, Iron Man's cool too.
Yeah, I have to go that. I just like the fact that they kind of went old school with his colors, the big X and everything. That looks like 90s X-Men kind of stuff. So I like it a lot.
You mean X-Men 97, right?
Yay, I'm excited for that too.
We mean
I
the
thought-
real X-Men.
I think you mean his 70s costume
That's true.
because the 90s costume was already a throwback to the 70s costume because he went through that brown phase.
Yeah, that was rough though. That was rough.
Did anybody else find it interesting that the logo on the others is Lego Avengers, and on the Wolverine one, it's just Wolverine? Which I heard some people who were like, "Oh, we're not getting X-Men anymore, or we're not getting any more X-Men," which it would be disappointing. But I found it funny how it just says Wolverine and not like Avengers or X-Men or anything.
So it was the helicopter set when Wolverine, Magneto, and Deadpool when those three that came together. What was that? Just what was that called? It wasn't X-Men.
Superheroes.
Was it superheroes?
Yeah, they got around. So here's the thing. So Fox has, Disney has all the things, right? So, but like, Wolverine is separate from the X-Men when it comes to merchandising because Wolverine has had 3 successful movies. The X-Men has had Wolverine and His Amazing Friends Part 1s through 4. So for right now, it's going to be solo characters that we get as opposed to a group team. So like mid 2022, I think is when we're going to start seeing like X-Men sets and X-Men, Marvel CMF sets. So
That would be amazing.
There will be a note to that. Mark can explain why there will be no cats in their house.
Well, I'm allergic to cats, so nope.
There's that Wolverine from that set.
Yep.
No hairpiece.
Yep.
Look at those abs.
Is that the one from the jet or from the helicopter?
This is the one from the Deadpool helicopter.
Okay.
If my camera would actually focus, there we go.
Yeah.
The first Wolverine minifig. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the jet one, and I'm pretty sure that's the dark blue.
Mhm.
It's also got the mask down around his neck, I think, too. Or
Yeah, did that come with the Wolverine hair or the Wolverine mask?
Both.
Oh, did it? Cool.
You had a choice.
That one, the helicopter one just came with the hair. It didn't come with the mask.
Yep.
Yeah, the jet one gave you the option.
I
When
have
that-
the jet minus Wolverine. I have Cyclops and Storm from it, and I'm pretty happy about it. So.
I was working at the Lego store when the first day that X-Men jet set went on sale, and I looked at that and I said, "This is going to sell like hotcakes." And I bought one the very first day, and it did not sell like hotcakes. It sold okay, but for me, I guess my age demographic, I was like, "This is kick butt." I remember this, and when I was reading the cartoon comics, and I was super excited about it. But kids these days, they don't know what they were missing in the 80s.
Well, kids these days also didn't realize how much they could bankroll themselves by getting that Deadpool fig and reselling it nowadays. Because what is he, 100 at least?
I think he's 80, maybe.
Yeah.
No, he's
Somewhere
gone
around
down. He's gone down significantly. I think used. I think he's 30.
Oh, really?
I think.
Low?
He's that cheap? He's only 30?
I think. Let me double
Is it-
check. I'm going to.
Is it because there's so many custom knockoffs and stuff that people are just not spending the 80?
Well, I think it's because a whole bunch of people had him up there for 80, and people were like, "Oh." So let me check.
Wasn't there one that came with a scooter?
Nope.
That was the only Deadpool fig ever released.
Yeah,
Which is
so
unfortunate, but maybe if they bring X-Men more into the limelight, we would get one other one.
Maybe I'm misremembering like a custom that I saw where somebody had stuck him on a scooter or something.
Also
There's a
news
lot of
from my father-in-law. They weighed a rainbow. It was pretty light. And let's see here, Deadpool, the lowest price used is $17.99.
Huh.
Because you can go out and get them like Brick Citizen and some of the third party, and they've made their own versions, and they're
Yep.
I mean they're not $10, but they're also not 80 either.
Yeah.
That's a good price though.
Probably get one off eBay for about $5 from China.
Yeah, but the red from the China figures is not good. Not
It's
good.
toxic.
Yeah, but
Bad.
if you're talking about like small Paul, that's one of the few things where I've actually bought cleans. Is I bought him a half dozen Iron Man figures from eBay from China because they're just going to end up underneath the couch anyway. So it was like, okay.
Yeah, why would you? Yeah, why would you? Yeah.
Speaking of Iron Man, I really want to know what you guys thought of the buildable figure Iron Man. What's the consensus?
I mean, I thought it was not bad. I don't normally like those type of figures. I thought that looked pretty decent though.
It was okay except for the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, the head's wonky.
Where?
Hang on.
Well, the head is one of the shoulder pads with printing on it. So it's just strange to me that so much of the figure's brick built and they didn't try to brick build a head that looked good. Because at that scale, that you probably could brick build a head that looks pretty good.
I do have a theory about it though. With the rumors that we've gotten of the new, like the UCS Hulkbuster, I have a feeling there he is. I have a suspicion that they're gonna incorporate, because the Hulkbuster is rumored to be bigger, like twice as big as the old UCS Hulkbuster. What if this one fits inside and is scaled to fit inside that bigger one?
Oh.
See, I agree with you 110% because that's how Hot Toys did it. And Hot Toys right now, believe it or not, is a real competitor with Lego as far as toys go, which only spells disaster in my opinion. But what are you gonna do?
Huh. I'm looking at his ankle joint. I know that's a regular ball joint, but that looks like a different mold on that ball joint right there.
The thing that surprises me about another Hulkbuster is that my impression was that the UCS one did not sell all that well.
I didn't know that either of them sold well.
No, I can't. When the first like $15, $20 one came out, it sold like hotcakes. But when they came out with a big one, it did not fly off the shelves. And I mean, I don't see why they would roll out like a $400 level one if the $199 one didn't sell very well. But
yeah.
Well,
I bought one.
I did too, but
I almost did, and then I heard people complaining it was a little fragile in certain things, and things would fall off, and also the torso didn't rotate, and it was missing some. It just wasn't up to snuff in some ways, and I just bailed on it. But that's just me.
Well, you can buy a lot of space parts for that price too.
Oh, sorry, what was that?
I said you could buy a lot of other space parts for that much money too.
That's true too. That's true too. Oh, and speaking of, can I show off my little spaceship that I built this weekend?
Space.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Oh, so cool.
I gotta work on the door in the back here. So there you go.
Show the greebles.
Oh, there's the greebles.
Chris, is this because I showed you my spaceship and then you thought to yourself, well, I better make one better than Jeff?
Yes.
Started it on this stream.
No, I wanted to make a bounty hunter Star Wars-y kind of thing. So, and then a Firefly vibe kind of happened.
I'm gonna say it really reminded me of the Firefly for a reason.
Yeah. So it's just a little bit of both. So
it made me think of the Razor Crest.
And that
Razor Crest is basically Firefly too. So
It's the razor fly. That's what it is.
Razorfly.
The Razor Crest now is a pile of debris, so
It's dusty.
That's the most hilarious thing to me is HasLab did this, crowdfunding for a large Razor Crest, and exactly 3 weeks after it funded, they blew it up on the TV show. And everyone's like, what? What? We thought it was going to last forever. It was always going to be his spaceship, and they blew it up.
I will have to admit, though, that is of all the things in that show, that was the moment where I'm like, oh, crap, what did you do that for? Because, I mean, I love that stinking ship, and it's gone. Ugh.
Maybe he can find a used one on a junk pile lot, and we can bring back Razor Crest 2 or something.
No, the cheesy ending to the series is Baby Yoda comes back and uses all his force power to stick all the dust back together and make it. And and then the happy ending and goes on, and we'll all be mad.
That's so they can make you buy another new one.
Absolutely.
True.
Yeah, that's what it is.
The writing is completely driven by the need to sell toys.
That's right. Exactly.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I kind of see Baby Yoda toys sticking to the shelves, if you ask me. I mean, I don't know.
Well, there's so many of them now.
That's true.
It's like they got Baby Yoda whiplash. There was no toys during the show, and now we can't escape them.
Oh yeah, and then they finally get the Baby Yoda toys, and then like he goes walking off with Luke, and everybody's like, "Well, Baby Yoda's not coming back, so what's the point?" Oh, what's
Or
that?
he'll be puberty Yoda.
That's cool. Is that Captain Picard yet? But it was from SNL when the
Yeah,
Enterprise
from
was
SNL.
on.
Yeah, it's another costume my group does at Dragon Con.
Where the Enterprise is a luxury yacht and everything.
It's the Love Boat.
The Love Boat.
I believe the appropriate term is luxury gay space communism.
All right, gentlemen. Well, it is at an hour. I haven't even seen Jeff landing the plane yet, so I mean, he doesn't have that going on. And I'm about to.
I'm building. I'm not paying attention.
You're building? Are you building? What are you building?
I want to build a little rover to go with the little scooter thing.
Okay, that's cool. I approve.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I just wanted to build a little rover to go with it.
So you're saying that Chris has to land the show on his own?
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, before we land, if you do want to, I'm sharing my old bookshelf gallery. If you want to take a trip back in time,
All right.
we can do it after the show too if you want to.
We're gonna put this on. We need to do this live. So let me see here.
All right. This is back in the day. Let's go straight to the Fleeve Nork. Of course, we can add.
Gotta have your ads.
This is an old moon base that I was working on.
Well, is Bricklink that slow, or is it your internet? Oh wow, look at there!
I like that.
So we did a big old Fleeve.
Even at a young age, he showed talent.
That's
this is the moon base I was working on. This is an IHOP moon base. So I had these big old roof pieces that I never figured out how to attach, but it was meant to be like an IHOP. There's the interior. If my computer will load it.
You need to finish that, and we can put it next to the Space McDonald's. Or the
Hey,
Waffle House.
that's an idea. There's how the roof pieces were supposed to look. But yeah, that's a bunch of random projects in here. Little aliens.
Aw,
cool.
Let's see. This was a ship I really liked growing up. Those big canopy pieces, and you got some Grasso to wipe off the Jedi Starfighter print. So
that's really good.
Thank you very much. This was back in my days on ClassicSpace.com in the formative years. Man, this is a really slow scrolling. It loads.
It's all the ads that Bricklink is trying to load.
I was going to say it's the interface that brings it back to the 80s or the 90s.
We got some big old silly mechs.
Awesome.
So yeah, that's that is my time as I think I was maybe 15, 14 years old when I was making all this. So
Oh wow.
there's probably a date here. Okay, yeah, 2005. I'm 29 right now, so
Get out.
yeah.
A young whippersnapper.
I
I
like
was
that
a
speed
whippersnapper.
bike.
There's another face up there.
Yep.
Yeah,
True.
there we go.
Oh wow, that's good.
I like
This is,
that. That looks great.
I was
I'm
thinking
impressed.
about. I'm getting back into mock building. These are some of my last mocks that I made growing up. And, remaking some of these chips. Now that I know what I know, so
Yeah.
I might get back
And of
into
course,
it.
you've got more part options these days too. So.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
but yeah, a little bit of reminiscing.
Cool.
The good old brick shelf. I never got into Flickr. I kind of like stayed on brick shelf for my young years building, and on classicspace.com too. So I never moved to Flickr, never did mock pages. It was all brick shelf. So I think I've got another profile with some other stuff on it, but this is the main one. So
That's awesome. Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, we lived. How in the world we knew what each other was building when all of our pictures were 640 by 480 at
Exactly.
Or
World
320 by
DPI.
240 even.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's how we did it. That's how it's done, man. Awesome. All right.
I would
Well,
like to show one funny thing before
sure,
we
sure.
sign off here. So pretty much everybody else has Lego on their desk or behind them. You don't see any behind me, but I'm gonna take the camera and zoom across my desk and behind me to see what you actually see here.
But
Ooh.
minifigs everywhere.
Yep.
All of those are just nothing but minifig parts.
I see a gauntlet.
Oh yeah, that's a Reinhardt glove there.
That's cool.
I like the. I know it's aftermarket, but I like the Saturn V gantry tower.
Yeah, it could be better, but it looks nice at a distance.
Hey, Chantal Bricks is here. How you doing?
That's a backhanded compliment.
Yeah, I actually had somebody give me one of those too that their son tried to build and it wouldn't stick together and stuff, and I just gave it to somebody else. I'm like,
as I showed Mark and Dana the other day, it's literally the elevator shaft's the only thing holding that thing together. It's bad.
I just want to know if you've ever tried to hit somebody with that big Reinhardt.
I have. I crashed and burned in it Halloween night. It was bad.
Oh, that's the suit. That's the suit.
That was the suit I was in. Yeah, 8 foot in stilts, and yeah,
Okay, when you said crash, that puts it in a very different perspective.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you at times seem coordinated to wear stilts. Were I to wear stilts, I would be in the ER almost immediately. So
right. Well, I mean, the fact it is a huge, and it's all made of foam, so
it cushioned your fall.
It cushioned the fall very well.
That's awesome.
It had crumple zones.
All right. Well, it is a little past the hour. That was awesome. There's something nostalgic about seeing, brick shelf, back in the day, all that kind of stuff, and how we communicated well what we built on those very grainy pictures that we could take in those days is amazing to me. But anyway, thank y'all for joining us. We're going to have our Thursday night live this week, and it's going to be our last one for the season until January. We'll take a break on our Thursday night show because holidays are coming out. We'll be traveling and everything, and we'll get back to our regular schedule in the new year. So thank y'all for being here tonight. Be awesome, build awesome, love on your neighbor, and have a great night, everybody. See you later. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.